Hello! Today we're wearing the same shirt.
Yep, and today we're gonna also teach you how to speak Chinese like a noob.
Why would I want to speak Chinese like a noob?
Good question. Well, it might be that you actually want to avoid the commonly made mistakes when people start learning Chinese.
Or maybe like us, you have a secret project that you're doing that we're going to reveal at the end of this video, and you'll find out why exactly we're trying to learn how to speak Chinese like noobs.
So in this video, we're gonna buy a Chinese tutor online, and then we're gonna learn some basic Chinese phrases to help us with our secret project. So let's get into it. One of the first things we learned about Chinese is that it's tonal.
All Chinese words we're using 4 tones. It's like la, 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 la. So it means 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. It's like an intonation, like you go up in voice, you go down in voice.
Yeah. So the first one is la, is like flat.
Okay.
La.
And the second sound is la, is like la.
La,
going
it's
up.
rising. La.
La, yeah.
Okay.
The third sound is la, kind of like a thick.
Kind of like the Nike swoosh. La. Nike swoosh.
And the fourth will be straight going down. La.
La, just down.
La.
La.
So every Chinese word, we use these 4 tones.
Each of the 4 tones JJ would represent by putting a corresponding number next to each word for learning purposes.
So first, we're gonna start with some basics, like I, you, and I love you.
I'll type this word. You try to speak.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of like this. Wo.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, it's kind of good. Yeah, because a lot of foreigners can't pronounce Chinese like well, but you guys did pretty good.
We're gonna do our best. We will try. And is it me or I?
In Chinese, there's no difference between me or I. We use the same word. Wo.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, the next word. Okay, 你.
And so that's 3. Ni.
Yep.
Ni.
你. That's good.
I.
Yeah, number 4. So it's going down. I. Yeah, that's good.
Whoa. I. Ni.
Yeah, that's good. That's actually good. That's cool.
We're learning. In this next section, you're gonna learn how to introduce yourself in Chinese.
我是 and then your name. It means like I am JJ or I am someone. I have a friend from Brazil. He's always saying 我是 Oreo, like the cookie, and everyone just laugh. 你好.
你好. Ni.
你好.
你好.
Yeah. Also, thank you.
谢谢. 谢谢.
谢谢. Yeah, 谢谢.
What's like a equivalent of like, huh?
I think there's 2 stuff. One is 干哈呢 and one is 什么玩意儿 YIER, kind of like that.
什么玩意?
Now we're gonna go to Carlos to see how his lesson is going.
Okay, it's time for my Chinese lesson. I'm gonna see how many sentences I can learn in 30 minutes. Let's do this. I don't know what happened. I was taking my class 30 minutes and I finished my class. It was great. For some reason, at the end of the class, I stopped the screen recording, and when I saw the file, it had only recorded 1 minute of the whole thing. Technology doesn't work sometimes, so here are some things that I learned in the class. 喜欢唱歌，我喜欢摄影，我喜欢看书。Wait, what do you say again? 我很喜欢带圈。
Next, we're gonna learn how to speak a little bit about your nationality.
Foreigners is also an important word in Chinese. 老外.
老外.
老外. Yeah.
老外.
老外. A lot of foreigners like to say where they come from.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, this is US. 美国.
美国. That's the US.
Yeah.
美国.
美. Like M-A-Y. 美国. Yeah.
美国.
美国人. It means I'm US citizen.
Okay. Up next, numbers. How do you count to 10? Actually, how do you just...
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 我数学很棒。
我数学很棒.
Yeah.
Next subject, food.
Restaurant. 餐厅. Yeah, it looks complicated, but it's 餐厅.
餐厅.
Yeah, it means restaurant.
Maybe another phrase. Let's do something like, I like Chinese food.
Foreigners, when they try to say I like to eat, they will only say I eat, so it's kind of funny.
我吃. Is it like 吃? Like 吃?
吃 is like 吃牛肉面.
牛肉面.
I eat beef noodle.
I eat beef noodles.
Yeah, they try to say I've tried or I like, but they only say I eat. Dinner. The word seems complicated, but I think you guys can handle. 晚餐.
晚餐?
Yeah, 晚餐.
晚餐?
餐.
餐? With like almost like a tea tan?
Yeah, kind of like it, but it's kind of like T and C. You mix it up.
Tan. Okay. We're gonna hardcore sound like foreigners. We're gonna sound very foreign.
Yeah, and that is actually good.
Yeah.
You guys sound like a Chinese, though, but not funny.
Yeah.
And if you speak like very foreigners.
Now let's talk about music, like the typical foreigner might.
If you want to say I'm good at music, is it?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
我音乐很好。
我音乐
很好。
很好.
We could say, I play an instrument, like I play the piano or I play the violin.
You can be like 我 piano.
Piano.
Piano. A lot of time these specific words people don't know how to say, they'll just say their own language. So
So what about like for violin?
The same thing, like whoa.
Violin.
Violin.
Yeah.
What's the like right way to say that?
我会拉小提琴。我 is me. 会 is I know. 拉 is to play. And then 小提琴 is violin. So it's actually like very long. So a lot of time when they don't know how to say it, they just violin.
Now for my very favorite subject, flirting like a noob.
AKA, how to get slapped.
A lot of foreigners, when they go to China or something, when they try to speak to Chinese people, they only say hello and thank you. So that's actually kind of funny to us. Just like, so you can look at a girl like 你好, 谢谢, kind of like that.
你好, 谢谢.
Yeah.
So that's what a foreigner would often say.
Yeah, there's a foreigner try to act cool to us and we'll be like, yeah. For like friendly and polite, I'll be like, whoa, you know how to speak Chinese? And they'll be like, hey, a little bit. So this is very funny actually. There's a different part of Chinese culture and foreigners culture because a lot of time when you found a girl is attractive, you approach and you try to get the number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sounds kind of
Weird.
too much for us.
Yeah.
Kind of too much for us. Yeah,
very
because
false.
we always see those videos, people are trying to get numbers. We're like, oh, they are brave. Yeah. So, because if you go to a Chinese girl, you'll be like, girl, you're hot. Can I get your number? Either she got freaked out or she slapped you in the face. do you know how Chinese guys say, oh, you look cute. Maybe we can get some numbers or contact. Like in uni, if I saw a girl like, looks hot, I'll be like, I just finished my homework. Can I check it? Like, is yours?
So you gotta be a little bit more smooth about it.
You gotta talk about your math homework.
You cover it with 3 layers of math homework or something. Yeah, you cannot say it out. You cannot say it out. This is the first time you meet her. 给我手机号。
给我手机号。
You can be like 你给我手机号。It'll be you give me phone number. But if you say it that way, the girl will be like, are you trying to rob me?
No.
Like you give me phone number. She'll be like, do you want my phone number or you just want my phone? 你可爱。
你可爱。
Yeah. And then the girl will be like, oh, 谢谢. And Chinese girls don't like people doing this like.
Eyebrows,
Yeah,
eyebrows.
okay.
You're so good at that. I gotta learn the eyebrow technique.
Like, 你好，谢谢，我你晚餐 Yeah, it means like yo, thank you to show off a little bit, and then me, you, dinner. And it sounds totally foreigner style.
Yeah, yeah. Like no grammar, just the words, yeah.
Wow, that was definitely foreigner style.
Big thanks to JJ for definitely delivering on the funniest Chinese lesson, probably available on Fiverr.
We want to just kind of recap. This has been a really awesome experience. We enjoyed learning about all the embarrassing moments that might happen when you're learning a new language. So, the secret project that we mentioned at the beginning of this video. The reason that we decided to learn Chinese like noobs is so that we could do a song and a music video entirely in Chinese. And in that song, we're going to play clueless foreigners who don't know how to speak Chinese.
Which won't be very hard for us. And it's gonna embrace the awkward and embarrassing experiences that you have when you're learning a language. We hope you had some fun watching us and hopefully learned a little bit of Chinese during the course of this video. Jean-Christian and I have both learned foreign languages before. Jean-Christian speaks French and I speak Russian. So we're not entirely unfamiliar with that process of feeling like you are learning a language, you don't know what it is. But one of my biggest takeaways from this process was that the more familiarity that you have with a language and a culture, the more respect you start to have for that culture. And that just kind of opens up a dialogue.
It's pretty hard to learn Chinese.
Yeah.
It's a pretty different language and we had no place to begin, but I think the interest that we had in learning it was a bridge to connect with a brand new world, and hopefully we'll keep exploring that world.
We obviously know very little about Chinese even still, but it was fun, and we know a lot more than we did.
Now let's go to Carlos for some of his takeaways on this project.
It just opened my mind to a new language. English is not my first language, it's my second language. Yo hablo español y aprender inglés no fue fácil. And now trying to learn another language is completely difficult as well. But I think it's just a good experience and you get so open up to new cultures and new people and you understand more where they're coming from, the sentences that they say. It's just amazing to learn. The idea of this is that we can create a song using what we learned. Wish us luck.
So stay tuned for our next video. See you next time.